Welcome back, everyone. We have Jason Rich here with us from TxDOT. We're talking about the NFL draft this morning,
yes.
right?
I got the socks. I'm ready for it. Tampa Bay socks.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, we're not.
No, we're actually talking about work zone awareness week. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So tell us about TxDOT's Give Them a Break
Yes,
campaign.
yeah, that's exactly. I mean, you pretty much said it right there. This is one of the more ones that really TxDOT really takes to heart because it affects the TxDOT crews every single day. Because National Work Zone Awareness Week, it's all week, and we understand there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of construction zones all across the district, all across the state of Texas. We know there's a ton of them, and our maintenance crews are out there all the time. Our contractors are out there all the time, but they should always have the reasonable expectation to have a safe work environment when they're out there. So really this week is all about making sure people abide by just some simple tips of when they're going through or approaching work zones. And really all they are is slow down, take your time, give yourself enough time whenever if you know you're going to be going through a construction zone on your way to work, on your commute. Don't tailgate, because the majority of the crashes that happen in work zones are rear end crashes from people not paying attention. And the easiest one, slow down. Yeah, it's because you're going to give yourself a lot more time to react in case something happens in front of you or behind you and you need to make a decision. Slowing down, and then also, we know not all work zones have workers present, so you need to be proactive when you're going through work zones, but even more so if you do see crews out there, because they're out there doing a job. It's hard enough, but then you have adding people driving by 75, 80 miles per hour. That makes it that much harder. So we want people really this week to really just slow down, give yourself plenty of time, and give these crews a break, basically, and just help them help you. Right.
And how common are crashes in work zone in this area? Are the numbers pretty high?
Yes, the numbers are astronomically high. Actually more than zero is too many, because in the Amarillo district, which covers the top 17 counties of the Texas Panhandle, just last year, there were 450 traffic crashes just in construction zones. Wow. And that, unfortunately, because it happens when you have that high amount of traffic crashes, that does result in fatalities, and that resulted in 2 fatalities and 15 serious injuries. And if the circumstances could be changed, though, that both of those numbers could be higher. But also, if you look on the flip side of it, if maybe some simple decisions and simple choices were made, those numbers could be a lot lower. And that's what we're striving for every year, is to get those numbers to decrease and get them to zero, or as close to zero as possible. So just be thinking about that. Whenever people are out there, that's someone's dad, that's someone's mom, that's someone's grandparent, that's somebody, that's somebody's family that's out there trying to do a job, and they should have a reasonable expectation to go home at night, just because they're doing a job. So just please be safe, slow down, pay attention to your surroundings when you're going to a work zone.
Absolutely, yeah. These are people too, and we've got to really keep that in mind. But talk about, in addition to those potential fatalities, the increased fines and penalties that occur in work zones whenever you're being destructive.
Yeah, absolutely. Even not even in work zones. It's the slow down, or move, the pull over or slow down, move over or slow down. Whenever because TxDOT crews, whenever they're working on the side, or even emergency crews, police, EMS, firefighters, it's either slow down or you 20 miles per hour under the speed limit, and you can get fined. That is a criminal offense. So you can get fined, you can get a ticket, and so basically, if you're not going to pay attention to it, or you're going to put others in harm's way, then they're going to hit you in the pocketbook as well. So anything that any enforcement agency can do to help increase the amount of attention that these kind of penalties can occur, then we want to be a part of that.
Absolutely. Well, Jason, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Next time we'll talk about the draft.
Next time, it's definitely the draft.
I'll be back on tomorrow to talk about the recap.
There we go.